Hello and welcome. It is Japan, and we've had a crazy start to the year in wrestling, especially women's wrestling, with so many title changes and so much stuff that I figured I was gonna make a video on it, but why not a tier list? Because it seems to kind of fit a little bit better, and this has some different promotions in it, so we're going to tackle them all because it feels like everybody decided, hey, let's have a fresh year, a fresh look, and yeah, I'm gonna rate them on most excitement, based off of just what we've seen so far and what we're gonna see. I'm gonna put it also just based off of, if I think the title reign is gonna last super long, would also probably be in my ratings, and even just the title match, I guess, with them getting it and all of this type of stuff, because there's a lot, and I'm super excited because we got 8 new championships that just have changed over the last like 4 days. And that's just on the women's side, and that's just like the stuff that I watched. So that is kind of crazy. So let's start off with the only WWE championship here. Even though Rhea Ripley at the moment could possibly get it, I'm recording this on 1/4, so Saturday. The Netflix series is Monday. There's a very good possibility Rhea will also have a new championship. So yeah, Tiffany Stratton cashed in on Friday Night SmackDown. I was really hoping it was going to happen, and I called it. We were watching, and I was like, it's going to happen tonight. I just know it, and it sure as hell did. It made logical sense because of where everything's set up for the rest of the year. There was no other spot where she could have cashed in, and it would have worked out as well as it did here. It would have felt just kind of random, which this is to a certain extent, but I think it's a good spot to do it to set up some good new feuds for her in the next couple PLEs. So the women's WWE championship might be on every card going up into WrestleMania to whatever this leads to, which is really cool. I'm really excited for that. So Tiffany Stratton cashed in on Nia Jax. The cash in itself was pretty good. We kind of had that back and forth. I liked it. I think her as a champion was a good call. Getting cashing in on Nia Jax was a good call, and I'm very excited to see what she does. I do believe out of some of the women that are here, she might be one of the first to still lose that championship. I don't know if she holds it past WrestleMania if a returning Charlotte Flair comes, but I think her next feud with she probably will have a title match against Candice, maybe a rematch against Nia Jax, Bianca. Like there's a lot there just on SmackDown that they could run at least 4 or 5 different matches from here to WrestleMania that will be really good matches. So I'm excited for this. I'm gonna put it in A. Not quite my very top, just because I don't think it's gonna last super long, but overall excited about that. Next up, we will go to Marigold. I think I should probably do these in order, which is pretty. There we go. Now in order, we will go to the Superfly champion in Marigold defeated Shozuki at was it First Dream? Yeah, First Dream. I'm gonna get those confused because there's First Dream and New Year's Dream and Wrestle Queendom, which is where all these events have been going lately with all the different promotions. But Marigold here, the match itself was good. It felt like a right move to make. She's a very young, good talent, and I really am excited to see what she's going to do. I think she's going to have this championship for a hefty amount of time, at least like a 6 month reign, if not longer. I think she will probably have some pretty good cornerstone matchups because of how flexible she is in her style. That I think that she could be a good person to have this title to basically set it up as like this really good like middle mid card. I guess it's like a mid card title. So I'm excited. I'm gonna put it in A. I think it's gonna be one of those things that we're gonna have some pretty good cooked matches. I don't think she's gonna be the match of the night every single night, or running through the table of different stuff. But I think she'll have some solid matches. Like if you go on a 10 scale, I think she'll have 7 to possibly 8 on a lot of her matches, and she'll make that championship look good. And I think holding her with the belt for a decent amount of time will also be the call. Next up, we have the tag team Marigold champions, the Twin Star champions, which is Tank and Bozilla. I honestly think this is just kind of a random thing. I feel like Bozilla is an amazing talent, so they had to do something to get her a championship, and I don't think she fit either mid card title, and she wasn't really, I think, main event quality yet. And I think Tank becoming brand new to Marigold, this was a good way to show outside free agents that this is possibly the way they're going to be treated and get a nice priority spot in a main event setting and not have to completely start over in a new promotion. So I think for Marigold itself, it was the right call. I think for the fans and the people who like a lot of the tag teams that are in Marigold, I don't think it was the right call. Um, I do think that Bozilla deserved having a solid 7 months. So if this is what her roses are or flowers or whatever you want to call it, I think it was worth it. But I do believe they don't hold on to the titles that long. I think the next big major event is in May. I have a feeling they will make it till then, and that is it. And so I'm fine with that, especially if we get a new tag team that comes out of this to challenge them. It could be pretty cool. I'm gonna put it in D. Not really a big fan, but I think there was some glimmering things to it. Next up, we have May. She defeated Mika Ono in the UN title, the United title for Marigold. The title match itself was pretty good. I thought she really did have. Wow, I'm even just looking at the wrong person. Sorry. I had the right fit on my notes, but the wrong person's picture was queued up. My bad. So May, uh, just I think like having the style clashes, a style clash from the top of the rope and she kicks out of, and then a style clash just in the middle of the ring, not more than like 5 minutes later, kicking out at one was a really good like badass way to introduce her as a champion because it shows her longevity and all that. I do believe she's going to struggle a little bit because I feel like with her style against some of the other wrestlers, she's always going to kind of look like a underdog to it, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I think that's going to be a little bit harder in Marigold when there's a lot of hard hitting people and a lot of people that are like just kind of hovering that mid card area. I think she's not gonna have like the best feuds or the best matches, but I think she'll be a solid champion. I don't think she'll last super long with it either. So I'm gonna put it in. I'll put it in C. I think it'll be okay. I do believe she deserved the championship, but I do think it's not gonna be super crazy. And then next up we have Utami defeating Saray or Sari. That is a absolute gem of a match. If you want to watch any of these title matches, it's probably one of the best to recommend. It was just a really good match. Sari does not put on bad matches. Utami does not put on bad matches, and they're a perfect combination. And I would not be surprised if we see this again or Utami going against somebody else really crazy. At the moment with Marigold, I think the issue is they have a solid upper tier of like wrestlers, but like you only can rotate so much. So she'll probably face the former champions that lost the mid card belts, and she obviously her next one is against Tank, which I think it's just kind of a soft way to give her a solid, maybe hopefully dominating match. I'm gonna put it in S tier. I'm most certainly looking forward to seeing what she's going to do this next year. I'm a little concerned that like I don't know what Sari does in this time, but if whatever she wants to do, I'm gonna be behind watching. But Utami, I'm gonna be there. Next up, we have from Total Joshi Pro Wrestling, which I have watched not a full like PLE or event for that often, and I watched last night's. I wanted to see this match. This was the only match I was really like 100% on board with. That was that and the match right before it, the Yamashita match. That match was also really good. The title match in general is just really great, and I really am excited to see what Mizuki can do with this championship. Obviously, it's one of those things where with Total Joshi Pro Wrestling, I don't know exactly always the way that they book and they do all that type of stuff because it's half comedy, half, just wrestling and stuff like that. So there could be a lot that changes and different things. So I'm gonna put it in B. I'm excited. I was excited to see it and I was rooting for her. And congratulations, Mizuki. Then we go to Stardom, both major championships flipped, which was kind of crazy for me. I didn't really expect that both of them would flip on the same PLE. But Starlight Kid won. Her match was absolutely phenomenal. So far, my match of the year, I think, just like by peer, if you're going to show somebody this match, this would be the match to show them. I'm really excited to see what she does here. I think this is her first title reign with this belt. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm really excited. I'm going to put it in S tier. I think Stardom is in good hands, and I believe it's going to be a hefty, decently long like title reign. I would hope at least over 6 months and stuff like that. And then we got Saya. Um, Again, like just had a great match, defeated Tam, that put Tam into like a whole different, path after this. And I think that with her being behind Hate, which is also just like a mega group. It feels like that this could definitely change the course of the entire year. Again, put it in S tier. I think the Stardom Championships flipping always just kind of really makes Stardom just kind of start and change like a whole year behind it. But it's kind of crazy that it was at the start of the year because it just feels like the whole what's going on forward will be changing, and I'm really excited. And yeah, that's what I think. We got 8 flips right here. Like I said, Rhea Ripley on Monday, I'm predicting will be another one. I was gonna wait until then, but I had recording time now, so I figured this would be the time to do the video. And I will yeah, see you guys next time. If you guys have any other ideas or who you're most excited about, put it in the comments below. Till next time, this has been Japan. Bye guys.